Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a really great start to your day, whatever day it may be, whatever part of the day it may be. Today's practice is going to be about energizing the body. So if it is early in the morning, you might need to get the body going. If it's later in the day, you might need that little hump to get you through the rest of the day. So we are going to start on our knees. You can always come down onto your booty. You can place something underneath the knees if the knees are sensitive. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and meet there. Good morning, Bruno. So once you get into your seat, I want you to feel the sit bones really rooting into whatever you are sitting on. So if it's your heels, feel the sit bones pressing into the heels. If it is the floor, then feel your sit bones pressing into the floor. Come here, buddy. Get your collar out there. So we'll go ahead and grow nice and tall through the spine, and I want you to pull the shoulder blades together behind the back so you can lift up through the sternum. And then, come here, buddy. And then I want you to feel the chin slightly tucked to the chest, and that's going to make the back of the neck long. The hands can rest on the thighs face down. If you feel like you want to be grounded a little bit more today. If you feel like you want a little bit of inspiration, then have the palms face up and you can just stack them in your laps gently. We'll close the eyes here. Tune all of our awareness into our space and start to tune into your breath. Connect with your breath here. It doesn't matter what you do with it. I just want you to notice how you are breathing. It's that breath that helps to ground us into the present moment. So as you start to truly arrive here, let go of what has happened up until this point. Let go of what's going to happen after our practice. We'll see if we can just dedicate our awareness to the time that we have given to ourselves. When you're ready, hands come together in front of the heart if that feels comfortable. Still tuck the chin so the back of the neck stays long, ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips. And we'll take our 3 cleansing breaths together to begin our practice. Take a big, deep inhale through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Really force that old air out. We'll take another breath, fresh inhale. Open mouth, exhale, sigh everything out. And then a final time, a bigger inhale here. A lift through the crown of the head. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And then we'll seal the lips. I want you to bring your awareness to your conscious breath as you breathe deeply through the nose. Soften the shoulders. Feel the ears even starting to relax, and that space right in between the eyebrows starting to soften as well. We'll take one more breath here with the eyes closed. And then blink the eyes open. Keep that seal of the lips. We're going to come forward. Tuck the toes if you are on the knees. If you are sitting on your sit bones, just switch the crossing of the legs. Whew. And then we're going to lift up through the center of the chest. And so again, here the toes are all tucked. So we get that space in the bottom of the feet opening. Let the sit bones get really heavy onto the heels. Hands come in front of us. Right palm faces down, left palm faces up. So while we are here, we're opening up the feet, but we'll distract that with pumping the fists. So we'll get that blood flowing through the hands and through the wrists. So start to pump the hands. You still want to reach the arms out, but not out of the sockets. Soften the shoulder blades down. The hands should be shoulder distance or in line with the shoulders. So keep making big fists here. The toes might start to get a little bit intense here. See if you can let the sit bones drop heavily onto the heels. We'll take one more breath here. And then let's come forward. You can untuck the toes, tap the tops of the feet onto the floor. And then your choice, you can either tuck the toes once again, or you can have the tops of the feet flat. Hands come in front of us again. Now switch, left palm is facing down, right palm faces up. Start to make fists with the hands, and you're gonna pump the hands really quickly here. Soften the shoulders down the back. Feel the crown of the head lift up towards the ceiling. And then that space between the ears, see if you can quiet it. Maybe close the eyes here. Take another couple of breaths. You should feel that tightness in the forearms. Take one more breath in. And then hands come down to the floor. Press into the palms. Find your table pose. You can tap the tops of the feet onto the floor gently. Spread the fingers nice and wide, and you're going to press into the palms and grip the mat with the fingertips. On your inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone back. When you exhale, round the back, bring the chin towards the chest and spread the shoulder blades. Again, inhale, reach the heart forward, drop the shoulders away from the back of the head. And then exhale, round the back. Belly button comes towards the spine along with the chin. One last time, reach the sternum forward, open up through the throat, gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round the back, belly button towards the spine. Feel that length across all of the vertebrae in the back of the body. We'll inhale to come back to that neutral spine. You can wag it out from side to side if you like. Get into the sides of the body, the hips. Find that neutral spine, flip the hands, left hand is on the top of the hand. Fingers are pointing towards the knees, and I want you to feel that stretch in the top of the wrist and the hand. The wrist might not come all the way down, but over time you want to start to press through the top of the wrist. Take another breath here. Maybe smile if you're feeling any of that tension. And then shake that out. Switch hands, top of the right hand now comes down. You might notice that one hand is a little bit harder or more stiff than the other. For me, it's definitely my right, just because I use it so much more. So take a breath here, see if you can settle and let the body start to create space in these tight areas. And then you'll shake the hand out. Ground the palms one at a time, tuck the toes under. Take a big inhale to lift the sit bones up nice and high. Find your downward facing dog. You're going to stretch the mat forward, lift the sit bones up nice and high, and bring the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Take another full breath. You can start to pedal out your feet. Bringing movement back into the body, getting the blood flow into the head, and that's going to really help to energize us as well. Find stillness now. Find your foundation. Press into the fingertips, soften the shoulders, maybe gaze at the toes, the knees, or the navel if you have that flexibility in the back of the neck. We'll take a final breath here to settle. Inhale to come up high onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward. Walk your feet behind your thumbs, come into your forward fold. Can keep the fingertips on the floor. You can grab onto opposite elbows. Maybe bend in the knees if the low back is tight. The weight rolls into the toes. You're going to tuck the chin. Start to feel the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, all the way into the glutes and the hips, spreading and widening so you feel that length in the back of the body. Take another breath here. Maybe you sway from side to side. We'll release the fingertips down for the floor. Inhale, find your flat back, roll the weight into the toes, chin stays tucked so the back of the neck is long. Exhale to fold back forward. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Lift the sternum up into the palms. As you exhale, hands come down to the heart. Eyes closed. Ground the feet into whatever surface you are standing on. Feel the heart lifting to the thumbs. Crown of the head gets taller towards the ceiling. Take another full breath here. Eyes blink open. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms touch overhead. Reach the fingertips to the ceiling. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Flat back all the way down. Inhale, find your flat back, fingertips to the floor or hands to the shins. Rock the weight into the toes, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, palms touch. Now as you exhale, we're hinging all the way back down. Use your breath, go all the way with the breath. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Last time, inhale to rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold all the way back forward. Inhale, flat back. Rock the weight forward. Back of the neck stays long. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, plant the palms, step the left foot back. You can come up onto the fingertips, inch the right foot forward, sink down into the right knee. You can keep the left leg lifted if you want a little bit more engagement today, or you can lower the left knee, maybe roll a mat underneath for support for the left knee. Inhale to rise up wherever you are, finding that lunge, either low lunge or a high lunge. Reach the heart into the palms, soften the shoulder blades down the back. Take a big, deep breath here. Feel the firmness in both legs. It doesn't matter if that left knee is down or not. You're still engaging here. Take another deep breath in. Hands come down to the floor. Walk that right foot over to the left. Come into a pigeon pose. You can do this on the back, flipping over, coming into a figure four, resting the right ankle on top of the left knee if you're in figure four. You can keep the hands in front of you here, or you can bring them right alongside that front foot. Reach the heart up towards the chin. Maybe press into the fingertips, get a little bit more length through the spine. And then choose if you want to stay here, or you can hinge forward. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you stack your fists and you rest your forehead on your fists. You can even come all the way down, rest your forehead on the floor if you have that flexibility this morning. Wherever you choose to be, if the head is not supported, try and keep the ears in line with the shoulders so that way we're not putting any extra weight on the back of the neck. Find that sweet spot, and then let's seal the lips. Take a couple of breaths here. Soften the muscles in the face. Let the hips soften to the floor. Take one more full round of breath. Ground the palms into the floor. You're going to swing now this left leg forward to stack on top of the right. So you can come into fire log pose where the left knee is on top of the right foot, or you can cross and come into cow face pose. Just depends on if the hips are really tight this morning or not. So I'm going to stay in fire log pose because my hips are pretty tight this morning or today. So flex the feet. If you have the knees stacked, you want to feel the feet coming away from one another so the booty can sit onto the floor. And then it doesn't matter if this knee is starting to lift up, just imagine that left knee pressing down. Arms are going to come to a cactus pose. Bring the left elbow underneath the right so the backs of the hands touch or the palms touch. Elbows lift in line with the shoulders. Press the palms away from the face. And then notice if you are squinting or tightening the face. Are you squinting the eyes, tightening the jaw? Softness through the face. long, deep breaths through the nose. Take one more full cycle. Unwind the arms. As you exhale, bring the hands down to the floor. You can come off to the side, come back into your table pose, however you can make it there. Tuck the toes under, come back into downward facing dog, and just pause here for a moment. Let all of that length start to resonate through the body. Take another full cycle of breath here, settling even deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, raise your left leg up, look forward. Plant the foot by that left thumb. Inch it forward if you want to, so you can sink down into that front knee. So your choice here, if you want to stay with the right knee lifted or lower the right knee down. You can curl the mat over for a little extra padding for that right knee if it's down. If you have the right knee lifted, extend the back of the heel to the back of the mat. And then we are all engaging the core. The inhale will lift us up, stack the spine. So you can stay here or that right knee can come down to the floor, your choice. Wherever you are, think about lifting the sternum up towards the chin. Soften the shoulders. Reach the fingertips as high to the ceiling without pulling the shoulders out of the socket. We'll take another full breath here. Core is engaged. Don't forget to breathe. Take one more breath and find that length through the arms. And then when you exhale, let's bring the hands down to the floor. You're going to start to bring the left foot over to the right hand and come into pigeon pose on the opposite side. You can extend the right leg back. You can always flip over onto your back for figure four, or the left ankle would be on top of the right thigh. And then hands can be in front of you. You can bring them to the side of that left foot and lift through the heart. Take a breath here, let the hips settle. Make any adjustments that you need to with the shoulders, the hips, or that right thigh. We'll take another breath in to grow long, and then either choose to stay upright or you can start to hinge forward. Maybe you come onto your forearms. You can always place blocks underneath your forearms just to lift the earth. You can come back into those stacked fists if that felt good to support the head. You can bring the forehead all the way down to the floor if that is in your practice. You just don't want to be on your forearms and let the head hang because it's going to put too much weight on the back of the neck. We want to bring in a little bit of space, release some tension. So find that sweet spot. And then when you are ready, you're just going to let go here. You can close the eyes. Focus on your deep breaths. You'll take one more full round of breath. Seeing if you can let the body settle even more. Maybe release any of that gripping that you are clinging on to within the body. When you're ready, you'll rise up. Going to come onto that left hip and swing the right leg all the way around. Find that fire log pose on the opposite side. If you want, you can always come into cow face pose where you stack the knees and you sit behind, between the heels. But again, today for me, I'm going to just stay in fire log pose. So feel the left ankle on top, or the right ankle on top of the left knee, and then the right knee on top of the left foot. We'll bring our arms out to cactus pose. Cross the right elbow underneath the left so the backs of the hands touch. Or maybe you circle the palms to touch. Lift the elbows up. Press the palms away from the face. Soften the shoulders. You can close the eyes here. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders, and the shoulders over the hips. So you might even become aware that you're leaning forward. See if you can rock, be right on the back of the sit bones there. Grow nice and tall through the crown of the head. When you find that sweet spot, close the eyes. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Softness in the jaw, softness between the eyes. Take one more breath in. As you exhale, release the arms. You can bring them down to the floor. Maybe come onto that right side. Swing the legs back behind you. Find your table pose. Ground the palms. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. So just notice how the body feels here. Let that space start to come down throughout the entire body. Maybe you're starting to notice a shift of your perspective. And then we'll inhale high onto the tippy toes, bend the knees, look forward, hop or step to your hands. Inhale, find your flat back, weight rolls into the toes. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, rise all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. Close the eyes. Feel the feet grounding into the floor. Length through the entire body. Breathe into the thumb. And you'll take one more full breath here. Eyes blink open, arms sweep up on your inhale, palms touch. As you exhale, you'll hinge at the hips. Come forward all the way down. Inhale, find your flat back. Back of the neck is long. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, find plank pose this time. As you firm the thighs, firm the core, reach the heels back, but you're still reaching the head forward. I want you to be careful not to start to dump the hips, but also don't lift your booty up into the air too high. Almost like you were a bench that somebody was going to sit on. And then you're going to keep pressing the floor away. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale to rock the shoulders forward. As you exhale, you're going to lower all the way down. Try and keep the body flat so that the chest and the hips land at the same time. Untuck the toes, zipper the feet together. Hands are going to, actually the forearms are going to come down onto the floor. I want you to press the pubic bone down into the floor. Legs are engaged so that the knees are off the ground. You're pressing the tops of the feet into the floor. And then elbows right underneath the shoulders. Palms are spread nice and wide and you're gripping the floor with your fingertips. Lift the heart up towards the chin, but the back of the neck is long so the chin is slightly tucked. It's almost like you are looking into a bowl that is between your hands. And then can you soften the shoulders down the back? Notice if they're creeping up to the ears. You want to press into the forearms, lift the heart towards your chin, and take another full breath. Take one more round of breath. And then you're going to come all the way down here. Bring this left arm out to the side. Right hand is going to be right in front of the chest, right in front of the face. Start to press into that right hand. You can use the right leg as a kickstand. You're coming on your left hip. You're just opening up through that left shoulder. My right hand is staying in front of my face. You can always reach it back and rest it on the sacrum, and that'll help you open up through that right shoulder as well. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale to sigh it out. And then do that again. Big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And then stay here for the last breath, sealed. Right hand is going to come back in front of the face. You're going to come onto the front side of the body, nice and gentle. Right arm extends out. Bring that left hand in front of the face, in front of the chest. You're going to press into the palm and come onto that right shoulder. Left foot can come behind you for a kickstand, and then you'll soften the head down to the floor. Opening up through the right shoulder now. Maybe pay attention to the difference in the sides of the body. Left hand can stay in front of the face, or you can rest it on the sacrum or the low back. And then find your breath here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And then again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Final time. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Seal the lips for the last breath. And you'll start to come forward onto the body. Use your left hand to gently bring you down. Press into both hands, come into a child's pose. You can have the arms stay extended with the elbows lifted. You can come into prayer pose where the forearms are on the ground. The forehead is coming down. You can also stack the palms so you can rest your forehead on the palms. Wherever you choose, find that sweet spot. Take a breath. You're going to rise all the way up. Turn around onto your mat and extend the legs out in front of you. Rock your sit bones from side to side, so then that way you really ground into the floor. Bring the right knee into the chest. You can keep the foot to the inside of that left thigh or step it over. We're going to hug the right knee with that left arm, or the elbow comes all the way over. Right hand behind the body. Inhale to lift out of the heart, and then gaze over that back shoulder. Nice little twist for the spine. Take a deep, full breath here. And then use your inhale, unwind, come back to center. Right leg extends. Bring the left leg to the inside of the right thigh or step it over. We're hugging the left knee now with that right arm, or the right elbow comes all the way over. Left hand behind the body. Lift up through the spine. Gaze over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Again, deep breath in and a full breath out. Use your next inhale to unwind. Left leg extends out. Walk the hands, or use the hands to walk the spine all the way down, and you're going to come onto your back. Be careful if you have a ponytail or anything there. Make sure you find that sweet spot. And then pull the shoulder blades under the back. Have the palms facing up. Let go of your breath here. I just want you to feel the entire back of the body settling into the floor, whatever space that you are practicing on. And keep breathing, but let go of any remaining tension you are feeling. See if you can soften the body here. Take one more full breath. Bring the knees into the chest. You're more than welcome to stay in Shavasana for a few more moments. You can start to bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. We'll roll over onto our right side. Left palm comes to the floor. We're just going to take this moment before we come up to invite gratitude into your day, into your practice. Press into that hand, come all the way up with the eyes closed. Find your cross-legged seated position, rock from side to side. Bring the hands together in front of your heart. Let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to end our practice together. Take a deep inhale in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. And a final time, bigger inhale. And a fuller exhale. And then put a smile on your face. Connect back with the gratitude that you just thought of. When you are ready, let's lift the chin, blink the eyes open with that smile on your face. Namaste. Well, thanks, guys, for your practice. Pretty easy practice, hopefully. We didn't go through too many things, but energizing the body, we need to get through the entire body. So don't just focus on one part. Those downward dogs are really great for getting the blood flowing back to the brain. Then we need to think about the hip region. This whole region here will tend to bring us down if it's tight, if there's a lot of tension in the low back. So just throughout the day, maybe be mindful of how you're standing, how you're breathing, and how you're carrying yourself, and see if you can make those tiny little adjustments. Go with gratitude that you created today. Go with a smile. And I hope to see you back on the mat next week at 8 a.m. Have a really great day and a great weekend.